So this energy overall is for a boss, okay? If you're a boss, you may resonate with this energy, or you have something going on with yourself that other people are inspired by. People want your energy, but they take it and run with it. Where are they going? What do they even know what to do next? That's the overall vibe. Okay, so we're going to get into that energy now. And keep in mind that all of these messages are general. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so through PayPal. Just send your question in the description box with your payment, and I'll get those questions answered within the same day. Okay. So this energy is coming from someone who is very much in control of. They've got the ball rolling, and now it feels like they just need to follow through with it. Okay. Someone is worried about where their inspiration is coming from. I'm also getting a vibe that someone has a bunch of pots and pans and they're now worried about or looking for, like, you've got whoever this is in this energy has the plates and the pans, and they may even have the gas, the dinner gas, but it's like, okay, now what am I going to cook? So it seems like there's an artist of some kind that's needing inspiration, looking for inspiration. Out. Yeah. So what I'm getting from this is that whoever's got this ball rolling is like, they set it up in such a way that they don't know where their help is coming from. I'm hearing my help comes from the Lord, but it may come off like this person is a thief, or like they're getting their inspiration from an unsuspecting party or people who cannot defend themselves. It feels like this person has come to terms with whatever they got to do to get this job done. It's coming off, or someone has to take from the poor to give to the rich, or take from the rich to give to the poor. Whatever the case is, they're doing what they got to do to get fed and get paid at the end of the day. So yeah, it does feel like there could be some issues with ethics, or a situation where if everyone knew the full story here, somebody would definitely be under a microscope and under judgment is what I'm getting. And then you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Whoever this is in this energy, it seems like they needed to balance out their situation in order to make things work. And also, this is also feeling like someone has set the bar so high that it's difficult for them themselves to keep up with it, whatever it is they have to do. And it seems like they're in a position where if they don't act now, someone else is going to do it. It's like they've taught people how to do what they do, or they've got these people who look up to them like mentors, or that someone considers this person a mentor. Okay, yeah, collaboration. And the people who are learning from this individual is like, if you don't do what you're supposed to do next, we're going to do it and we're going to replace you, basically. Like, and they're also thinking about having this person arrested or put in a mental institution for something, basically not acting, because it's like they already know too much. So they don't want this person to expose them when they take over their job. And that's what I'm picking up on. So I had a vision of basically a volcano who, instead of erupting, he just gave off sparks here, little sparks here and there. And he or she watched, I mean, it's a volcano, but I'm getting it is a neutral, gender neutral energy. They're watching the sparks and seeing what the sparks will do before the sparks solidify, and now there's a new energy. And basically, instead of erupting himself, he would have turned into this new mountain, but he let the sparks turn into a mountain that's even bigger than him. That's the vibe I'm getting. So someone was told to act, but they were afraid to act. So they were watching other people act. And whoever this other person is basically gaining ground. And at this point, they feel like they're going to steal the spotlight at some point, or they're going to basically take over the reins. This is giving the vibe of someone who has owned a company or started a company from ground up. That's the vibe I'm getting from starting getting the ball rolling, however that phrase is saying, like the ball is rolling down the mountain, and now it's up to them to keep up with it or make sure it gets where it's supposed to be. But these other people who were learning from this person how to do whatever it is he's doing in this company is now trying to take over the company. And also, they really don't know what they're doing. They're still watching whoever this person is in control in this energy. And it just seems like there's so much at stake here. Someone has a lot of choices. And also, these choices have to do with the inspiration. They have a lot of energy to pull on in terms of inspiration and what inspires them. But it seems like everything that inspires them is also threatening to take over the position because they understand how their inspiration is being used or how they contribute. It's giving a vibe of someone who is invested in a company, like shareholders, and anyone who stock in this company basically owns the company. But however it's worked out is like they share way more than that small percentage. It's like anybody is an administrator. Anybody can control the waves here, or even like I'm getting like a channel or someone who is an administrative 213 on the clock, someone who is in administration or working in administration that can completely change the direction of where this company is going. With the Page of Cups, it seems like it's a lot of young people in this energy, or a lot of inexperienced people, and they might know a lot because of the downloads they're receiving, but they don't know based on experience. So that's what's happening with the company owner, is watching these young people basically fall, trip over their feet and fell over and over and over, and he doesn't want to same way, so he's worried about failing in the same way that these young people are failing. What's happening is they're piling up on top of each other, and that failure is adding up to something, basically whoever this owner is. And it's like this owner has to make a decision in order to stay in control of this seat. I'm also getting the vibe like someone has a lot of followers or people who copy them or are inspired by them, or somehow they're inspired by the people who are inspired. Is a loop here, an infinity loop. You got Wheel of Fortune here, 323. And I just talked about a loop, so the Wheel of Fortune coming out is really, it feels like an echo chamber, like this person is talking to themselves or something's going on. Like the communication there's a barrier with this communication. And then you got the Nine of Pentacles, like someone just wants peace. Overall, that's the vibe, that's the energy. So if this is your energy, okay, hey, I got your energy. If this is yours, let me know. But just make sure that you keep in mind that it is a general message. So let me know by sending your payment through PayPal and put your question in the description box. So I'll get back to you within the day. Overall, this energy is like, it's a loop here. You're not alone, or whoever's in this energy. You feel like you're talking to yourself, but you're not talking to yourself. There's other people being inspired by this energy, and it's going on and on and on, but you're definitely not alone. So let's clarify here. You have the Seven of Cups, 7-7 here. Somebody could be getting back what's owed to them. Someone tried to steal something from you and now it's being returned, but it feels like it's not everything that you deserve, or like you're losing something at the end. Someone's saving face, but they're losing a lot in the process, or you're not being returned everything that you were owed in the past. I feel like over time, you're definitely going to get what you're owed, but it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of manipulation, a lot of playing with the atmosphere and playing with the people who think they're stealing from you overall. And also, whoever's stealing from you or thinking they're stealing from you or thinking they're inspired by you, but really stealing from you, they're going to be in regret. They're humiliating themselves as we speak. Whoever this is, they cannot survive what this person in power can survive, because they've been watching the whole time, and also they're sitting back and taking notes over, whether or not this is a safe move. Whereas the people in this Page of Cups energy is like they see something and they run with it. So the vibe is like they feel like Someone is judging this person in a seat of power, like they don't know what they're doing. I'm seeing these two people who look up to the Hierophant, like they're looking at this king like they're trying to overthrow him because he doesn't know what he's doing and they can do a better job. But what this king sees looking over their heads is so much more. He has a bird's eye view of the situation, and he knows not to make a move until he fully understands what's at stake. And also, it seems like he's been watching cycles and cycles of the same people making the same mistakes by challenging him. Whoa, okay. So stall system comes out. Somebody's at a standstill. That's the vibe. Like they've been told to stand still and not make a move. And that's the only way they're surviving this situation overall, is dealing with these people who are constantly competing with them. And they may come off as Page of Cups, but they could actually have positions of authority. This person could be someone who's been cast out from society, being threatened with homelessness, being threatened with unemployment, whatever the case is. They feel like at the end of the day, they hold the reins. So the vibe is that the only way this person was able to survive is by standing still and not making a move, by watching everything that's going on around them. Okay, so it feels like almost like a Caesar, like Caesar being brought down. I'm not sure what the term is when he was brought down, but it's like, you know, everyone kind of turning against the king and usurping the throne. This person is definitely a workaholic. The vibe is like all of this energy is surrounding around this person's work, this person's passions. And again, it is this passion is this person's life. But for the people who are trying to steal from this person, it has nothing to do with passion. They're just thinking about the money, but they have no idea what money even is. The frequency of money is like this person has grown this business from the ground up. And also it's something that can be done again and again. For instance, a farmer can take a seed and plant a seed and grow a tree and, you know, pick the fruit and sell the fruit or make apple pie. And it can turn into something huge, but the farmer doesn't own the seed. He can always find another seed and more dirt and start this business right back up. Whereas someone who just sees this fresh apple pie, or even someone who just sees the profit margin of a business that sells apple pies, all they're thinking about is what they can do with that money, get high or whatever the case is, get drunk, buy prostitutes. They're not thinking about anything else besides instant gratification. Whereas this farmer actually has built up a life for himself and is able to give back into the soil. And there's also something really important about being able to give. It's like this person has a lot on their chest that they need to express. And so just having the opportunity to express that is what is most beneficial about this business. Whereas though the people in this energy, they don't even know how to get to the point of having anything to give away. It's like, you know, they were the inspiration overall. So that's the energy that I'm getting, is someone in this energy who is basically a business owner. I'm getting a business owner who is being challenged by his own company. And even if it's not a company, it feels like it's just life. And it seems like they want to take over. This could also be grandchildren. If this is an older gentleman or an older woman, it's like the grandchildren are trying to come in and take over, but they don't even know how the system works. Or someone's trying to control an older person or someone with more experience, that they just don't understand how things work around here. And so there's a lot of problems when it comes to this energy. And overall, it's like, who's challenging who? Because they don't even realize that they're the ones that's being inspired. They don't realize that they're the thieves at the end of the day. They think that they rule and control everything.